I never could have imagined that today's younger people are more entrepreneurial than those of any previous generation. The sum of these trends is more entrepreneurship and business startups for younger people.
According to the Opinion Research Council, 54% of 18 to 24-year-olds are highly interested in starting a business, compared with 36% of 35 to 64-year-olds.
A Newsweek poll asked millennials to name their hero, and more than half named Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft. Entrepreneurship is about creativity and innovation, resource identification, acquisition, and market sharing, economic organization, and opportunity for gain or increase under risk and uncertainty. Innovation in the way we work and play, travel and eat, start our families and raise our children, all create opportunities for entrepreneurs to build businesses and organizations that will exploit new technology and trends. In the context of this, vocational institution has a very important role. Vocational institution has the ultimate goal to develop students with strong practical skills, cited from Lee 2020. Combined system that we commonly know about the development of vocational institutions are TVET, or we can say it technical and vocational education training, and understood as a comprising education. Training and skills development relating to a wide range of occupational fields, production, services, and livelihoods. UNESCO Univoc 2015. The TVET is that part of the education system that provides courses and training programs related to employment, with a view to enable the transition from secondary education to work for young trainees or students. This is the social subjective, and supply the labor market with competent apprentices, and this is the economic objective.
TVET is open to all young and old. When students accepted into a TVET program, students draw up a personal competence development plan together with their lecturer or teacher. Students get their previously acquired competence, recognize and plan how to gain any missing skills. This can be done by acquiring just a module or some modules or whole qualifications. Students acquire only the missing competence, and therefore study times can also vary. Students can learn in goal-oriented and guided way in workplaces, at vocational colleges, workshops, or simulated learning environments. Students are coached and supported in every step of the way. The TVET teacher exhibit a close connection of theory and practice. Students demonstrate their skills in competence demonstrations in workplace real-life situations, and assessment is based on national qualification requirements. The final TVET qualifications are generally based on international standards, and all of them composed of both compulsory and optional modules. Finishing TVET program provides skill sought after by both organization and society at large. The newly reshaped Venice Technical and Vocational Education Training provides a future-proof model for continuous and up-to-date competence development.
In relation to entrepreneurship, we can also say that entrepreneurship is a self-perpetuating phenomenon. If a society has it, more is likely to come. In vocational institution, this is implemented through entrepreneurship courses that are scaled up in the learning curriculum. Vocational institutions have discovered that the entrepreneurship program has enormous potential for raising the university's profile and visibility, promoting economic activity and job creation, serving highly motivated students. Of course, not every entrepreneur is made in the classroom. Some believe entrepreneurs are born with special personalities and characteristics that distinguish them from the ordinary folks. I don't think in a million years you can teach it in the classroom, said Paul Fleming, founder of P.F. Chang's China Bistro. But the fact is that students who take entrepreneurship classes have more successful business startups than those who don't. They also make fewer business mistakes and earn higher annual incomes. However, the business and social networks that schools create and sustain to put students and entrepreneur alumni together help the nascent entrepreneurs make connections.
Entrepreneurial learning is the basis for the creative, innovative, and practical ideas we need to succeed and thrive in 21st century to help technical and vocational education and training. TVET institution from the entrepreneurial mindset and values needed improve people's life and promote inclusive and sustainable societies and economies. The guide, it has 3 parts. 1. An introduction to entrepreneurial learning and the basic concepts. 2. A self-assessment tool for TVET institution. And 3. Initiating and strengthening entrepreneurial learning in TVET. Inspired by the business model compass, we can create a tool for strengthening entrepreneurial learning at the institutional level. It demonstrates how all parts of TVET institutions can work together to create an entrepreneurial learning culture. It consists of 12 steps. These 12 steps focus on different factors that student and vocational colleges need to consider when integrating entrepreneurial learning in their institution, from value proposition to key activities and assessment. Typically, the elements are worked through sequentially from 1 to 12. Although this institution can also use this flexibly and pick any element of particular interest. And the 12 steps include 1. Identifying the value proposition of the institution. 2. Defining and understanding target audience. 3. Determining which entrepreneurial competences are important for institution target. 4. Integrating entrepreneurial learning into curriculum. 5. Developing specific activities to nurture an entrepreneurial mindset. 6. Outlining the resources needed for entrepreneurial learning to flourish. 7. Building the core team in institution. 8. Partnering with key stakeholders. 9. Choosing a modern assessment method. 10. Choosing communication channels to reach the institution target. 11. Developing organizational structures to implement entrepreneurial learning. And 12. As well as measuring the impact of our program. Completing all the tasks in this concept as a team will help us to identify problems and opportunities that our institution can further work on.